MattyVision.com. Thank you, Adam Sandler, for coming by. Boy, your movie looks horrible.
I think it looks great.
You think it looks great?
It's gonna be a good one.
I got a doctor and the... Monk, seriously, apologize to him already. We got to film.
I believe you already did this.
Yeah, but that was...
Go to the tape.
I apologize
To Muggsy
to Muggsy
for my insensitive comments.
for my insensitive comments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Muggs, we'd like you to come and join me.
Come on, Muggs,
Because
we're filming.
I'm not sure what I did.
Is there a formal apology?
Formally, I apologize to you.
Are we good now? Are we good now? Am I gonna have to sue you for malpractice?
I don't. It's been so long ago. I don't remember why I'm apologizing.
Yeah,
but I
look at-
apologize.
yeah.
Look at that shirt.
Yeah, but still,
Go ahead, sit down.
I'm not suing you for malpractice. All right?
All right.
There will be no court order for malpractice.
Oh, here
Is
we
that
go.
understood?
We are starting off insane here for the Sports Report. I got a doctor! And here come the judge. Here come the judge. The MattyVision Sports Report for today, June 6th.
Fourth.
6th.
Six?
6/6/2012. Take it away, Judge.
Okay. Sad to report, this is the next to last show for the high school sports season. But you know what they say. All good things have to come to an end eventually.
Then the high school football shows will start.
Well, yeah, but for this academic season, which is 2011-2012.
It's a lot of numbers.
Yes, sir. But anyway, we got some champions to crown in baseball and softball for District 2. And I'm going to break away here a little bit. I'm going to start with Double A. Because Double A, I think, was the more complex, for at least from what I was reading here. First of all, Holy Redeemer was a number 12 seed. Based on, they seed everything in the district based on your league record. Holy Redeemer ended up being a 12 because they play actually in the tougher division with all the triple A's and quad A's. But they ran the gauntlet, I guess you could say. As a number 12 seed, they ended up beating the number 6 seed Holy Cross Crusaders for the district title, 10-3. And Holy Cross kind of was the beneficiary of a rule discrepancy from Lake Lehman
I read about that.
in this tournament. Lake Lehman had used a pitcher that was deemed ineligible.
Now, was he ineligible because of how many pitches he threw?
No, it's
Or
because
academics, or?
no, it was because he pitched in a game and he didn't get his required rest according to the rule book.
You didn't have a piece of paper that said I am 12 years old?
No, no,
Benchmark.
Danny Almonte.
Benchmark.
I was gonna go with Danny, yeah, but Lake Lehman, it didn't occur to him until after the game when they played Carbondale in round 1. Lake Lehman forfeited that win. Carbondale then went into the second round. Holy Cross beat them. Holy Cross ended up in the final. Who knows how the bracket would have shaped out, but it was Holy Redeemer that won, and then they defeated South Williamsport in the first round of states. And in softball, another curiosity. Nanticoke is a favorite to win the state championship. I'll give them that. They beat Lakeland 2-1 in 8 innings in the Double A softball game, but then they went down to Blue Mountain High School and played Pine Grove at a District 11 on Monday. They win the game 5-4, but only 6 innings. And I say 6 innings is because there was a lot of rain on Monday, and apparently the game, Pine Grove was batting in the bottom of the 7th, and then the rain started. The umpires
Never stopped.
Yes, and the umpires stopped. They didn't. No, there was no resumption. They went back to the score at the end of 6 innings, which is Nanticoke 5, Pine Grove 4. Nanticoke got the win, but you know what? You always hate that to see a state championship game, not championship, but playoff game, to end like that. Your season ends like your umpire said, "Game over. Your season's over."
That's the reason why Muggsy hates Mother Nature.
Yes,
Right.
too. Yes.
It's not nice to mess with Mother Nature, Muggs.
You never mess with Mother Nature, but I'm just saying what I feel. That's my opinion on
Okay.
it. Anyway,
The opinions of Muggsy is not necessarily reflected by MattyVision.com nor the Sports Report.
Goodbye.
okay. Other district champions we crowned was Lackawanna Trail in Single A baseball. They beat Old Forge 11-5.
We're still playing now, aren't they?
No, they
went
lost. They lost to Lancaster Catholic Christian Catholic. It was Took them 2 days to complete that game. They lost 6-5 in 8 innings.
Oh, extras.
And Northwest was the softball champion. They beat Blue Ridge 4-1, but then they lost to District 3 Power Greenwood 13-1. And AAA, we had North Pocono. We had the Trojans. They won the league. They won the district with a convincing 10-0 victory over Berwick. But
I happened to be at that game, and I thought they would win a few games in the state round because they were just double after double after double. And
I thought, I saw them too. I thought, but you know what? That's the thing about one game scenarios of baseball. You never know what pitcher. You never know what pitcher you're gonna run into, and unfortunately, they ran into a Jersey Shore buzzsaw.
His name was Mike Sorrentino. The situation.
Yes, sir. Yeah. North Pocono only mustered one 7th inning hit against Jersey Shore on Monday. They lost 2-0.
And Jersey Shore won the game, and they all collectively fist bumped for about 5 minutes.
At the gym and went
Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. There's no Snooki on the team though. Anyway,
she's a mascot.
She's a mess.
A little gremlin. 3 feet tall. Sorry, go ahead.
And we have the Lady Krugers from Valley View. They're still unbeaten. They won the AAA championship 6-1 over Wyoming area, and they posted a 2-0 victory over Milton in the first round of the state.
What's the name of their pitcher? Their big Gianetta or Gambino?
Yeah, I think the pronunciation needs a little work, but
yeah, I read a quote in a paper from her. She described her offense. You'll like this, as she said they were hitting the poop out of the ball.
Hitting the poop out of the ball.
That was quoted in the Scranton Times, and I love that quote.
Anyway.
And that was the exact quote.
The poop.
They actually are the last Lackawanna team still standing in this high school season. They will play on Thursday in the second round of Patriots Park in Allentown.
That being said, you're watching MattyVision.com. Tell your friends, kid.
T-swizzle, T-pizzle. I'm like 8'4", blonde hair to the floor. You shorties never thought I dreamed about rapping hardcore. No, I ain't got a gun. No, I never been in a club. Still live with my parents, but I'm still a thug. I'm so gangster. You can find me baking cookies at night. You out clubbing, but I just made cameras alight. T-swizzle, T-pain, rapping on the same track. It's a thug story, tell me, can you handle that? I had a dream last night, I had high top nights. I had diamonds in my mouth and diamonds on my mic. By the time I woke, I was singing, I'm on the boat. Cause I'm a singer to rapper. Shorty, I'ma make you straight to the top, yo. Shorty, I'ma take you. You call me T-Swizzy now, I'm a rap star. Hey, it's a thug story now, tell me who you are. Singer turn gangsta. You don't wanna fight me. Straight to the top. In my extra small white tee. It's ripping T-Pain, rapping on the same track. It's a thug story now, can you hear that? What? I knit sweaters, yo. What? Don't test me. Hey, go on. I didn't say anything. I said yo. Yo. You like to believe me and I didn't say anything. I didn't swear. Shouldn't even swear. Hello?
Yep. As far as Quad A is concerned, the ninth season was ended by Wyoming Valley West 4-1. Tommy Alexander, I'll tell you what, this kid, I saw him in the beginning of the year. He had 2 home runs against West Grant. The kid's dynamite. He had a big hit in that game, and then he pitched Valley West to a win in their first state playoff game on Monday. And Hazleton was the softball champs. They beat Wallenpaupack Pack 2-0. It officially was the district championship game. Then they lost to Williamsport in the sub-regional, which I hate, by the way. I hate sub-regional.
Why do you hate sub-regionals?
Because it doesn't. I don't like it. I don't like the term sub-regional. I just don't. I don't need a rhyme or a reason.
Monkey don't like subs. He's more of a sandwich guy, you know?
Yeah, yes I am. And in the meantime, volleyball, we also have to give a shout out to Holy Redeemer. They won the volleyball district AA championship, and then they won a game. They actually represented the district in pool play at Penn State over the weekend. They didn't win a game, but you know what? They get down there, you never know. Anything could happen. They defeated Western Wayne in the district championship 3-0.
Who was that?
Western Wayne.
Western.
Yeah, the Wildcats of Western Wayne.
Wildcats.
And One more thing. This happened 2 weeks ago. Scranton Prep's dynamic tennis duo, Will Cognetti and Walker Temperton, got all the way to the state final in AA, but they unfortunately they fell to the group from Harriton, Sam Borowski and Max Glumthal, I believe. Glumthal in straight set, 6-1, 6-2. But you know, runners up in AA.
Runners up.
That's up. That's up. You deserve it. And the big story that we were talking about 2 weeks ago was Lackawanna College in the World Series. Unfortunately, they only were able to win one game out there. They were 1-2, but you know, it was a learning experience. Maybe another year, maybe they get that back. Another couple of years, they get back down there. They do better. I think the big thing was that they missed a lot of opportunities in these games, especially the games they lost.
Yeah, the first game that went into extra innings.
Yes, Scottsdale, they had a 4-1 lead in the fourth inning, but Scottsdale came back. Lackawanna actually had a chance at the bottom of the ninth in a tie game. They got the leadoff guy on, sacrificed him, but then Scottsdale brought in their super closer, from what they were saying.
Liam Cake, right? Is his name? Or no?
Yeah, I don't. I guess, but Lackawanna couldn't put the winning run across, and then Scottsdale came in with a run in the 10th to win the game.
Awesome.
But then they did show their spine, I guess, in the second game. They stormed right out against Grand Rapids. They put 8 runs on the board in the first inning.
Wow.
That Grand Rapids team, they're good too. They won multiple national titles. They were always in the World Series.
Yeah,
So
it's something to build on. Yeah.
Tyler Buckley battled that game.
You know what? I was talking with my brother after the game. He said, Buckley must have been giving you a heart attack because he kept getting himself in a bases loaded situation.
Yeah. His control was a little off, but he battled his way, and that's why he was able to.
He got the win.
He got the win.
It was a 12-4 victory, 7 innings because of an 8-run rule. They imposed down there to keep the games going, but then the next night they lost to Catawba Valley.
Catawba.
Yeah, 11-1. They lost that game in 8 innings, but that was not indicative of the score because it was only 3-1 going into the top of the 7th.
They busted Robin.
Like I said, Lackawanna, the 2 games they lost, they missed a lot of opportunities, but that's a learning experience. We'll see what happens in the coming years.
Whenever you can get to the College World Series, it certainly is going to help.
Especially the first time, yeah.
Yeah, like recruiting-wise, and we found out yesterday that one of their players got drafted.
The third time, it's baseball. It's always certain that a player could be drafted 3 times. Chris Kirsch, 14th round of the Rays.
The Rays, and he's going to try to sign this time. So
yeah,
he might be a Tampa Ray organization.
Yeah,
he might in the next month or so.
And one thing I do want to add out, he was getting tutelage by the Glide Zone.
Oh, is that master inventor? I think I saw him on MSNBC, Brian Minnick. The mad scientist, number 99.
Yeah, he's actually going to be at Boozek Little League on Friday night.
TheGlideZone.com.
TheGlideZone.com. TheGlideZone.com.
Yeah, he's gonna be promoting at Boozek Little League. So kids, get out there, see what it can do to your pitching mechanics. And I gang the babble.
Okay.
MattyVision. All good, all day. I dream big.
And action.
I dream big.
And action.
I dream big.
And
I am my mom. I am who I am. I am who I am.
And the babble here, and we're going to talk a little NBA, but first I'd like to give a very special shout out to my best friend, Hubie Graham, who just recently was featured in the newspaper. He went to Haiti and made a difference in some people's lives.
He's a great kid.
And Muggs, you want to give a little hats off to your
our boy here,
right
Matty
there.
McLean, officially the starting quarterback next season for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Cheers, Matty. We'd love to have you on our show. We understand how the NCAA rules work in college, and you got to sign your life away just to get an interview. So, good job to you, buddy.
Good luck for the rest of the summer, getting ready to Hubie at Pitt and Matt at Penn State.
Yeah, if they're going to be seniors, their last.
Seniors, yeah.
Hubie, if he has a big year, he could be an NFL player this time
Absolutely.
next year.
I think they both could be an NFL player. You know, Matty especially, man. Who's going to tell him he's not? Oh,
Yeah.
Brady and that kid.
Yeah, Yep. A
Little
little,
You never
Brady
know-
in
you
there.
never know what
That's what
one-
they say. The moxie he's got.
Don't say
Yeah.
moxie. I hate the word moxie.
Moxie.
How about
Alright.
badass?
Bad.
Hey,
Badass.
hey, you're giving me stuff about language, and here you are with the.
Speaking
with
of
that.
language, have you ever read his Facebook the last few days? Wow.
Well, that's about the NBA and NHL. Yeah.
I have seen less cursing at like an Eddie Murphy movie.
Really?
In the 80s. Yeah.
Well, you don't like feet or
Well, that's
nothing,
because
right?
I don't like how the Heat play games in the fourth quarter.
All right. You don't have feet fetishes or nothing, right?
That's right. So, yeah. Speaking of NBA, how about these conference finals games going along?
Great segue.
Thank you. I tried. That's what they call me. The,
I think it's
the
pretty neat
doctor
because,
of
hey,
segue.
the unwritten story I'm seeing in the NBA playoffs is a new generation coming in, new school basketball players, the Oklahoma City
Certainly.
Thunder. Wow, what a bunch of awesome kids.
Yeah, scoop is, if you haven't been watching, the Thunder and the Celtics both were down 2-0. And, you know, usually when you're down 2-0, more than 3/4 of the time, you're not going to win the series. Both teams bounced back to win 3 straight. 3 straight games. So now OKC is up 3-2, as is the Boston Celtics. And tonight, Oklahoma City is going to play the Spurs to try and close it out. And I think they're at home, right?
Yeah, they're both at home.
They're both at home.
Could be seeing a changing of the guard in the
Yeah,
NBA.
think about this. The last time the Western Conference champion was not the Lakers, the Spurs, or the Mavericks, was the Utah Jazz.
I was just going to say,
Wow.
Karl Malone.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. And even before then,
Jeff Hornacek.
even before then, in the '96, the Thunder franchise, which was called the Sonics back then,
Yeah,
were in the
they were
NBA
there.
Finals. So you have to actually go back to the Houston Rockets in '95,
And
when they went back to back.
And as
to
Matty
belly.
said, the Thunder, they're young and exciting.
Yeah.
They're very young and exciting.
But you
See
know
some
what?
old school, new school.
They have
The
to,
Spurs
They
have-
have to close. The Thunder have to
That's
close
exactly-
it out tonight.
You're exactly
Because
right.
they're not. I'm putting it on record right now. If it goes 7, the Spurs are winning.
Down, write that down. If it goes 7, the Spurs are winning.
Because the Thunder do not impress me.
I tell you what, they don't impress you.
What?
No, they don't impress.
Wow.
No, because they gave away Game 1 in San Antonio, and they nearly gave away Game 5 in San Antonio. I do not like their chances in a Game
Insane.
7.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, you want to make a prediction. I'm going to switch over to this Heat game. If the Heat don't win, you might see an entire stripping of a team.
I agree. I mean,
Big three might be gone.
except for LeBron James.
LeBron is. Stephen A. Smith said, "I will tell you,
That is
LeBron
horrible.
James is not going anywhere. I will not say nothing about Dwayne Wade, but LeBron James is not going nowhere." That's my Stephen A.
As a 9, as a 10, as a 11. That's a
And
good
you know what?
statement.
And you know what? I also don't want to jinx it, but I think we're going to have a lifting of the Stanley Cup by the end of the week.
By the
Maybe
end of the
even-
night, maybe.
Well, that's
By
what I
the
said.
time- by the time you watch this, the Kings may.
Okay, I'm not a hockey fan. Why
But you know,
does nobody want the Devils to win?
I just want to put it out there.
Why does nobody want the Devils to win?
Well, specifically in our region, you know, we're mostly Flyers, Penguin fans. You got a few Devil fans on the side, you know.
Yeah.
You just hate the people in your division.
yeah,
So
is
that's
that
why.
because
But
I'm from
plus-
Jersey.
Plus LA is a
They're just,
LA is a
they're
fun
just
story.
playing, they're just playing too good right now.
And those first 2 games went into overtime, 2-1 wins for LA,
All right.
which is so that it really is a closer series than you would think, even though they're up 3-0.
Yeah, but like I said, right? I mean, the Kings can't lose on the road. So even if they lose
Yeah,
tonight,
you have to lose on the road. And this is a team that fired their coach in December. You know, and it's just a very improbable story. They weren't even guaranteed the playoffs for
Yeah.
2 weeks before the season ended.
Yeah.
You know, but that West was all tight, and you know, but hey, they're there. They're gonna win the cup. I don't think anyone's. I don't think anyone's gonna. Are you gonna make a prediction that they might lose?
no.
Do the Devils win 1 game?
I think they win. I think they win tonight, but I think the Kings will drag this out to Friday, and they'll win the cup in New Jersey. Though.
Do the Heat come back and beat the Celtics?
Probably.
That means you gotta win
You
2
know
of
what?
2.
Probably.
I really can't make a prediction on the Heat because.
That's your job. Moses.
I'm just saying. You don't know what's going through Eric Spoelstra's mind. What's going through what's going through Eric Spoelstra's mind? He plays Chris Bosh. He plays that well in the first half, considering he hadn't played in 3 weeks.
Well, the thing about that team is it looks like it's not coached as opposed to
Exactly.
the it's like 1-on-5 every time.
Yeah.
You clear out. One guy gets
Yeah.
the ball and he goes 1-on-1 every
I tell
time.
you, the Celtics are mad. That's why they're winning.
What?
Mad.
Well, they're taking advantage
They're being
of.
outcoached.
That's
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett, fool.
The Celtics are, the Celtics are taking advantage of the Heat. The Heat let them in the series. I could not. Me and Tim actually said after Game 1 there was no way Boston could win this series. The way the Miami came right out, because Boston had bored me to death that whole Philly series.
Me too.
So there was just no way I thought Boston would even be in this spot up 3-2.
Not many people, aside from Celtics fans, even most of them would probably agree with that. But they're there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I think they're going to close it out in Game 6 at home. It's tough playing up there in the Garden. I think the Thunder close it out tonight.
Yeah.
They're both good home teams and both have momentum. So.
And we do have one thing. We got the Pocono 400 this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Kurt Busch, one race suspension. He's not allowed to race this weekend.
He's an idiot.
He's an
The whole family's a bunch of idiots.
You're a Bush fan,
I
right?
know. Just so to go for
Yeah.
it. Everybody loves Raymond Jr.
David Ruderman taking the ride for the weekend.
Very nice. And I was in attendance at the USA Sevens Rugby Tournament, and MattyVision.com got Paul Jarvis of Dartmouth, the winning team. We got him interviewed, so we got a little MattyVision street cred. Hats off to the Big Green of Dartmouth.
Dartmouth certainly impressed, and they're the Rugby 7 champions.
Yes.
More people might watch that than the actual titles.
Yes, and their
you know?
coach is going off to lead the United States in the Rugby Olympics being introduced in Rio de Janeiro in 2006.
Rio,
Yeah.
2016.
Rio. Anything else to add, gentlemen?
No, I think we're done.
Anything, Razzle? No, nothing?
Rasley got nothing.
All right, then I guess this has been another fabulous episode of the Sports Report. Coming up after the break, Dick Clark. How's that even possible?
Science.
Science, yes. You're watching
Richard
MattyVision.com.
Dawson.
Muggsy dreams big. Richard Dawson, nice.